I hate to break it to you guys, but your toothbrush probably isn't cleaning your teeth as well as you think it is. And take it from me, I thought I had a decent toothbrush, and fast forward a year and 3 cavities later and somehow receding gums on top of that, I figured something needed to change. So I did something I never ever thought I would do, which is invest $200 in a toothbrush. But luckily I got it on Prime Day, so the price was $100 instead. But still, like $100 on a toothbrush is insane for me to think about, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Today, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my first teeth cleaning experience and actually take you guys with me through this experience. I'm gonna eat this purpley, kind of stainy thing that's gonna make my teeth all purple and see how, if this toothbrush actually cleans like it says it's going to clean. But before I do that, you're probably wondering, like, why did I decide to invest this much in a toothbrush? And is it actually necessary to invest this much? Well, you'll see. So after having a manual toothbrush for about 25 years or so, and then a cheap $20 electric one that I found on Amazon for another 6 years, and still somehow getting cavities and receding gums and having a good, twice a day brushing routine with flossing and all those things that I did, I decided, okay, well, if my, hygiene or routine isn't the bad thing, maybe I need to actually get like a good electric toothbrush. And my dentist has been telling me that for a while, that that's important, and especially one that's not going to hurt my gums. So I decided to step up my toothbrush game and do some research and find out what's actually really important to invest in and when it comes to getting a good electric toothbrush. And here's what I found. So the first thing you really want to look for when you're researching electric toothbrushes is about its cleaning ability, right? Even when comparing manual and electric. What I found was that while both manual and electric brushes are effective at removing plaque and bacteria and food particles, it's generally agreed upon that people who use electric toothbrushes generally have better oral hygiene and less plaque and gingivitis in their mouths. So there's actually been a review of a lot of different dental studies showing that in general, electric toothbrushes do actually decrease more plaque and gingivitis than manual toothbrushes. And after 3 months of use, the participants had a plaque reduction of 21% and gingivitis reduction by 11%. Those are pretty significant numbers. And furthermore, when considering like what type of electric toothbrush and its cleaning ability, the oscillating/rotating heads tend to be much better than just the vibrating heads of a toothbrush, which is kind of what led me down the direction of getting the toothbrush that I did, which is the Oral-B Genius X. Oral-B Genius X, that one. So next, let's talk about another important feature in a toothbrush, which is the timer functionality. So there's actually been several studies that show that most people actually end up brushing their teeth for 45 seconds or less if they don't have a timer. And obviously that's a huge benefit to having an electric toothbrush in the first place, is just having this built-in timer, which makes sure that you're brushing your teeth long enough to sufficiently remove plaque from your teeth and gums. And the fancy toothbrush that I have has a built-in timer, which is nice, and a cool like Bluetooth app that links up to your toothbrush and shows you like any neglected areas of your teeth that you need to get back to, and it kind of gives you like a rating or a score after you've brushed brushed your teeth and your mouth. It also tells you to brush your tongue, so there's that. But after you've brushed your teeth, it kind of gives you a score of how well your coverage was. And there's also just a standard timer built into it if you don't want to use the app, where you can set it so that at the 2-minute mark, it has like a little buzzy buzz thing that goes off and you kind of know you've hit 2 minutes. So that's kind of a neat thing about this particular toothbrush, and some electric toothbrushes that have that built in as well. The next thing to look at when you're considering a toothbrush is how that toothbrush affects your gum health. We don't only have teeth in our mouth that's important. We obviously have our gums, which are holding in our teeth and protecting the roots of our teeth and all that stuff too. So for us heavy brushers, AKA athletes, believe it or not, tends to be athletes because I guess we're just really strong. I don't know. But I was reading a lot of research on this, and it tends to be athletes that brush their teeth a little harder than the norm. Using an electric toothbrush can actually have some built-in prevention from brushing too hard. And you'd think, wait, wouldn't an electric toothbrush be like a little bit harder if it has all these vibrations and stuff too? Well, a lot of electric toothbrushes these days actually have a pressure sensor built into them that it'll buzz or adjust the pressure that you're putting on your teeth automatically depending on the model that you have. The Oral-B Genius X model that I have actually has that built-in pressure sensor, and it kind of turns red if you press too hard on the bristles. So it basically tells you, hey, you're like digging in there way too hard, stop, like take it easy. So that's kind of nice, right? And it's an important thing, but like why is that, why is something about brushing your gums hard a bad thing? A lot of people don't know this, right, about gum health and receding gums. And I didn't know that receding gums was really a thing until I started to get them. So why is it important to make sure that you're not brushing too hard, right? Well, damage from brushing your teeth too hard can absolutely happen to not only the gums and start to wear on the gums and push them up, which gums do not grow back, fun fact, and they can also wear on the enamel of the teeth, which is kind of that protective layer on top of the teeth, and it can start to lead to tooth sensitivity in the short run, and potentially in the long run, tooth decay near the roots of the tooth that start to get exposed when you start receding the gums back. So it is really important to make sure that you are not brushing too hard, and that's why dentists will always stress, like, make sure you're not brushing too hard, right? Like, it's really important, and I think a lot of people don't understand why until it happens, and you're like, man, I wish I didn't brush too hard. So that's why I decided to invest in something that had a pressure sensor too, so I can check myself when I'm like really getting in there, and the brush can tell me like, yay, stop. All right, so now that I've talked about all the fun benefits of getting a good electric toothbrush and what are the parameters to look for, I'm gonna take you guys along with my first experience of the Oral-B Genius X, and you guys can see my mouth stained in purple. So let's go. All right, guys, so I've already tried one of these pills. You can tell my teeth are kind of purple. These are for kids, so I'm gonna do another one because I have an adult-sized mouth, but bear with the cringing because this stuff does not taste very good. It's to expose different areas of my teeth that I can brush that have plaque, right? So, oh. I mean, you want to try it at home, these things are on Amazon, but they don't taste good. It tastes like metal. You're supposed to rub it on your teeth and stuff. Just, please hold. It really doesn't taste good. So I gotta like rub it into my teeth to help expose different areas of plaque, and it kind of like gloms onto that area. So we'll be able to see how well this toothbrush actually cleans this off. Oh, now it says to spit out the residue, so I'm gonna hang on. All right, so this is the Oral-B Genius X toothbrush. Now I'm giving my commercial with my purple teeth. So you can see, I don't know if you can zoom in and see all the areas where my teeth are stained. So those are all potential areas of plaque where the toothbrush can really do its magic. So you see the stained areas now, so it said to rinse it out. Any stained areas on my teeth are areas where there's plaque that can be cleaned off. So we're gonna see how well this guy does of getting all of this out. This is probably a really attractive angle for everyone to see in my mouth. All right, so we got the toothbrush. You can see it has the round head that I was talking about, right? That's the oscillating head. And let's get this set up. And I like to use the app that comes along with it. Put a nice little glob on there. And away we clean. Let's see. Oh. Uh-huh. Ugh. All right, let's see how that went. All right, guys, moment of truth. Let me get this off my. All right, actually, dang, this worked really well. I probably need to rinse a little bit more, but check it out. Let me do one more rinse. Like, it got, I think, all the areas. Like, I'm really impressed, actually. Wow. That's intense. Like, that stuff was like stained on my mouth. That's pretty good, guys. I don't know. I don't know if you guys were able to see the app as I was cleaning it, but You can see it even told me that I had 3 seconds over pressure, that we're going a little hard. I covered my mouth 100% in all the different categories and areas. And then if I want, I can check off flossing, rinsing my teeth, rinsing, you know, all that stuff, and cleaning my tongue. So pretty good. I think that's fun. It like gamifies it for sure. And you can see where I was over pressure in certain areas of my mouth. Pretty cool stuff. I'm so far a fan. I really like this. I love the different modes that it has on it too. So you can go from intense clean, sensitive, whiten mode, gum care, tongue clean, and daily clean. So there you have it, guys. I'm impressed. Good results. All right, guys, well, thanks for coming along with me in this tooth cleaning experience. I hope you learned something about what to look for in an electric toothbrush, how important it is to actually invest in a decent toothbrush, and you know, maybe you'll consider the Oral-B Genius X. If you do, links down below if you want to learn more about it. You can clearly see that I had some good results with that one. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please, please, please subscribe to my channel, like this video. It helps so much, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.